Hey guys, what's going on? Vision Vanilla here, and I'm playing MCPvP Hardcore Games today as the Lumberjack kit, which is now free, part of the free kit rotation. So please go check it out. It's a really fun kit. You can get wood really nicely. So as you see, I'll use the strategy really to my advantage as soon as possible. So yeah, I'm playing as the Lumberjack kit in this Hardcore Games today. So first off, I am heading to the swamp, which is pretty far away. It was maybe 200, 300 blocks away. So now I'm just going there. I'm like, oh man, I'm not gonna get there till maybe the 1 minute mark. So I go ahead and chose the Lumberjack kit. Now this is where the Lumberjack kit comes in handy. If you don't know what it does, basically what the Lumberjack kit does is if you mine a wood block, all the wood above it will fall and it'll be broken. So as you can tell, it's already been 1 minute. So I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna have that much time to get any wood. So I cut out all that part because that took a while, but I did get my stuff and I managed to get out of my hole when there was 100 players left, which is pretty. It's not like it's it's pretty good, you know. I got there at the 1 minute mark and I was able to get a full hot bar of soup in time without dying. So I go ahead and chase down the first guy. And tell me guys what you think. I do have some of the sounds, but it did record my keyboard. But you know, that's not that loud. You probably couldn't even hear it too much. So I do anyway go gather my mushrooms. You can gather a little bit more. And then so I go ahead and go after the first person who's in a hole, not having any sword yet, but does have some soup. And I do go ahead and kill that person. And now there's I go ahead and encounter this other guy who dies in within a few hits, who had a speed pot. I'm like, YOLO, I just splash it down as soon as possible because speed is really effective. And if you have a speed pot, might as well use it so you can get kills faster. And this guy also had speed, so it was actually quite even. And it's kind of hard to fight with speed with Quake Pro, but you know, you get used to it. So I'm fighting this guy, Dark Knight. He's putting up a good fight for his wood sword. And I do get a nice hit combo right there. And he does die eventually right there. Now there's 63 players and I countered this guy. He's by the force field, and with my speed I got there really quickly, and I do end up comboing him a good amount, and he does end up dying right there. I get a nice combo and he dies. So now there's only 57 players remaining, doing pretty well, got a good amount of kills. So now I encounter this guy who's chopping a tree still, and he probably respawned because he had no compass, so I don't blame him. Next off, I see this guy underground. This was the biggest turning point of the game. I see his name tag. I'm like, I should probably go down to him. This was probably the biggest turning point of the game. It really saved me from other fights. So as you can tell, there's 49 players remaining. I'm just digging straight down to him, and I slowly get down here, and it turns out I kill him, and he has 26 iron, perfect amount for full iron. So I do end up getting full iron. As you can see, I'm making my leggings, and I already have my chest plate. So I go ahead and make my iron sword. So you know how OP iron swords are against no armors, and they're just blowing through their skin. And right there, I'm just finished up making up all my armor, and right here I think I have full iron armor. And I do see this guy, but he's 1 block above a massive ravine. So this is the strategy you need to use if that's ever happened to you. You make a shovel and hit him off with a snowball. That's probably the best idea you can use. Right here, just hit him off and he's done. So right there, I just kill him within 2 hits and he is now gone. So then I see this guy looking down at a ravine with his water bucket, and luckily he falls into his water. So I do end up dropping down into the water and killing him but it turns out the reason he was looking down was a 3-man team in the ravine. But to my advantage, they had no soup, no swords, and it was just nice and easy from there. No soup, no sword, they weren't doing no damage to me. And the last guy, I knew there was another guy. I was like looking for him, but I couldn't really find him. And it turns out he left the game and then joined the game, I think. But I do end up finding him eventually. So as you can see, I'm just looking for him. I'm like, where did he go? I swear I saw another guy. And I did, but I don't know where he went. So like going up here, checking up here, and he's not there. So I go ahead and turn around, head back down. I'm like, where did he go? And then I see him, that red skin in the water. And then he leaves the game and then joins back. And then I do end up killing him. He was a specialist, and I do kill him right there. They had lots of bread for me, so that was very good. So then I see this guy in a hole. I just skip ahead here. 17 players remaining. Now there's 16, and I killed that guy with an ease. All he had was a piece of dirt. So there's a massive tower off to the side, so I'm just showing how much dirt I have to collect. I collect maybe 4 stacks of dirt, and it took me a while to get up there, but I got there, and you'll see what happens. But I did end up getting lots of dirt, and I safe towered all the way up there, as you can tell. I had like 4 stacks of dirt. I'm almost up to their level of their platform, and I do skip ahead pretty soon to when I do get closer to the tower. It's a 3-man team in a tower. So now I'm just making sure I don't die. You know, I'm being really precautious. I didn't really have to put those under layers. But right here I skip ahead to where I am just about to jump onto their thing. I jump, I miss that guy, but I do luckily fall onto the bottom tower. I kill one of them. The other guy falls down, so he was down there. He was either Stomper or he landed in water. And then this last guy, I go ahead and chase him down, but he does fall into the water, luckily, so I go ahead and jump down with him and go ahead and chase him and kill him. So, yeah, that was a pretty good strategy. Getting lots of dirt, you know, very effective. You won't die if you have a safe tower, so unless they have a really, really effective trap. So I killed the guy that fell earlier, the Stomper. And I'm trying to look for the last guy. I'm heading to the feast at the same time. The feast is right over here, and I do see him, so I'm just like, okay, I'll kill him. So I did make it in time for the feast. It mentioned it 5 minutes when I was up there, and I luckily make it, and there was nobody at the feast, so that was just perfect. And I go ahead and get the feast items. I'll show you everything I get. I pretty much get full diamond, except the boots. Like, as you see, I get the boots, but someone steals it, this levitator. I didn't actually put my boots on. I thought I did, but I didn't. So they end up getting the boots, and I didn't recover them later. So they're just messing around. They're running around. So I just get the feast, you know. They're just hitting me once and running away. So, because they have no armor, what can they do, you know? So I just go ahead and get the feast. I find leggings in this chest, and then eventually I get full diamond, almost, except the boots. It did have enough for full diamond, but I didn't have the boots. So I get a good amount of arrows, I get a bow, I get some ender pearls that I do use to my advantage. Ender pearls are really handy, guys. Always grab ender pearls. They're more important than you know, because you can use them on long chases like this, and you know, to catch up to them. You know, it's a really good thing. Ender pearls are pretty effective. So I'm just battling these guys. They're just running away, which is just pretty annoying, but he's actually boosting me with the other levitators just boosting me, which is thank you so much for boosting me. I would have got that extra hit, and now I just killed him right there. So then I go ahead and refill, and then this guy just ran away forever. I just quickly skip ahead to where I do find him. I had my strength because I didn't want him to run anymore, and I do hit him and with 3 shots, and he does die. So now there's 5 players remaining, and I encounter this, I'm going over to the tower, and I find 2 guys in a tower, and I have an MLG snipe, and he falls to his death. I thought that was just so cool. So now there's 4 players remaining, and his teammate. This really surprised me. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was thinking through his head. I tried to get another MLG snipe, but this is what he did. Look what he does. He gets on top of the high platform, and he jumps off, and he wasn't any kit that could sustain that. He was a cultivator, so I didn't know what he was doing. But now I see Crowheart underground, so she's way down underground. I go ahead and dig down, and it takes me a while, so I go ahead and skip ahead to where it turns out when I went down, she went up. So, you know, I hate that trap, but she went up, so I go all the way back up. I have to go all the way back up, and it was just pretty mean, but I had to go all the way down and all the way back up, you know, but that's what people do. But, you know, it's a really good trap. She probably would have killed me, but she does die of fall damage, so I don't know what happened there. So now I'm encountering the last and final guy who's in a tower, and he says he's never won before. And you know, I kind of felt bad for doing this, but I do kill him with my bow. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time, guys. Peace.